So another thing I'm going to have to do is what I describe as peelback days. If you remember on Saturday and Sunday last week, my calories were slightly higher. We have to continue to go in if we are going to hit that all-important 10K on Instagram. Also, from tomorrow, accountability, I'm getting back on TikTok. What's going on YouTube, it's Jason and welcome to day number 68, 69, I'm losing count now, and razor sharp day number 15, I'm confident of that. So just out on a walk, getting some much needed vitamin D and steps, absolutely crucial. Today's video is all about getting back to basics in terms of my step averages, back to basics on calories, back to basics on shoulder and hip mobility, to be honest. If you guys remember, probably back in January, February, I was doing some hip mobility and shoulder strengthening stuff to get back to basics and heal my injuries. I haven't really stuck to that. I started it and then, you know, life gets busy, I dropped the ball on that and I was like, oh, my shoulder was niggling the other day. And I thought, I haven't actually done any of the stuff I was supposed to do on it, so we're going back. When it comes to mindset and setting goals, it's so important that when you make yourself promises, you keep them. And when you don't, you need to call yourself out on them. Otherwise, that's where complacency starts to set in. So later on, I'll be going to the gym, not to do weights, but just to do hip mobility and shoulder strengthening stuff. Meal number 1, natural yogurt, granola and maple syrup. Meal number 2 was buttered sourdough and boiled eggs and a random chicken drumstick. Meal number 3 was lasagna and broccoli. So another thing I'm going to have to do is what I describe as peelback days. If you remember on Saturday and Sunday last week, my calories were slightly higher. I am going to have to find a way this week on at least 2 days a week to make up for that. So if I was over about 500 or 600 between the 2 days, the key is that over 7 days and especially 14 days, your averages are still where they need to be. A lot of people miss this part out. They'll go on a night out, enjoy themselves, which is fine, part of a balanced diet, but then they won't make up for those calories. They won't do more steps or they won't do less calories over 7 days or 14 days. And that's why they don't get the results. And so I'm gonna pick today as one of my peelback days and then maybe either tomorrow or Saturday. Just on my way to the gym now. It's my first time going to the gym in a t-shirt in probably about 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months. It's been a long time since I was able to go to the gym in just a t-shirt without a jacket or a jumper on or something. So it's a good sign. Dare I say it, spring may be upon us. Also, I meant to mention on the consistency front, I have slightly slacked on Instagram. I set myself the target to post every single day this year, and I have to the most part, but I have to tot it up. I think there are about 6 days or so where I didn't post because of the YouTube video. And so in order to stick to my word, I'm going to do some double posting days on 6 days, either this month or next month. Got to make sure I catch up. I don't want it to get to like 10 or 15 days not posting. We have to continue to go in if we are going to hit that all-important 10K on Instagram. Also, from tomorrow, accountability, I'm getting back on TikTok. TikTok has been a funny one for me. I see it as something for the young bucks, like 17, 18-year-olds, but it is important. And ultimately, if you're going to grow your audience, you want to have YouTube, Instagram, they're the priorities for me, but TikTok also matters, LinkedIn, all that kind of stuff. Gary Vee says all the time, you need to hit all the platforms. Don't just pour your eggs in one basket, and he's so right. So from tomorrow, we are back on TikTok. Start with shoulders. Next one is single leg glute bridges. This isn't one for the hips, but I want to get back into running, get my 5K time under 20 minutes. That's still a goal of mine. And so it's so important to have strong hips and glutes if you want to be efficient at running and minimize injuries. In case you're wondering, these aren't a type of press up. They're called Cobra raises, linked to the Cobra pose in yoga. Essentially, you're opening up the hips and just increasing their range of motion. Meal number 4, you guessed it, jollof, chicken breast, spinach, kale and shiitake, and fruit to finish. So that is everything. Calories and macros on screen, a slightly earlier posting time today. I'm working on that, guys. I recognize that the past 4 or 5 days, again, complacency were absolutely outrageous in terms of posting time. I'm posting like midnight, 1 o'clock. It's not happening. I want to try and aim for between 8 and 9 p.m. every single day until the end of this vlogging challenge. Step count as well is back where it needs to be. I need to be up in the 14s and 15s for the next couple of days in order to bring my averages back up to 12K. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it if you did. Subscribe to my channel to follow me on this journey, and I'll see you again tomorrow.